really don't care. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you how we have $60 option. We have a $40 option. And we have a $20 option. If you hold a jewelry show anywhere between tonight and the end of January, you can get another $20 free. It's like, ooh. She's going to have a show in January. She's going to get an extra $20 free. That's just a gift from us. But if she wants to have a show inside Julia's Quick Start, which is the end of, my kids get in my way. I used to have all 20s and now they're like 10s. And I'm like, what? If you have a show in the, oh no, that's right. In her Quick Start, you get 40. So that's before December 30th. But if you are like, oh, I don't want to wait that long, and I want to kind of get in on this 50% deal, and I was going to go to the mall this weekend with the girlfriends. If you will have a show in the next 10 days, and they are just considered practice shows to help Julia kind of get, her feet wet a little bit, and there's no minimum, it can just be $100 and a couple of friends at Starbucks. If you're impulsive, like I am, then you're going to get $60 and free on top. So, do y'all want to trade in one of these packets for what's in your hand, or to do more? Who would like to get $60? Anyone just really want to get $60 in free jewelry? You're doing this, so that's my signal. If you don't understand, that I love when people do this because that means I need to slow down. I'll talk fast. If you have a show in the next 10 days, you're going to get all the hostess benefits plus $60 as a gift, just on top of your benefits. But that's just in the next 10 days. And she can do lunchtime, after school, after work. These are little bitty get-togethers. Or if you want to have a little bit more time and you have it in her Quick Start, you're going to get $40 extra free jewelry. If you're like, well, I want to wait till after the holidays, but you have it before the end of January, you're going to get $20 extra in free jewelry. So.
But you have to have $100 saved.
Yes, have to have $100 in sales to get the hostess benefits, which is the lowest minimum. We are the low. Most of them are $200 to $250 minimum just to get the hostess benefits. So we're only $100.
Really easy.
Yeah,
to attain.
it's 2 or 3 pair of earrings.
Right.
So, okay. Well, for time, space, and flow, we'll move on because I can tell I have thinkers in the room. The game stays open until we leave, and it stays open actually until she closes the show. She just needs 3 people to pencil in a date or to get some people together with her, and that'll count for her bonus.
Marvelous.
Marvelous. Anybody have another M? Are you keeping up with your points? Good, mark your points down. Well, my M stands for money, and I'll just go through this really quick. When you are in Premier as the jewelry lady, you make 50% of everything you sell. That's the highest payout of any direct sales company, especially without a quota. Does anybody know what that means? We do not have a quota. That's huge. In 9 years, I've never found another company that gives 50% and doesn't have a sales quota, either monthly or quarterly or even for the year. If you can find one that offers 50% with no quota, I'll give you $100 cash. I say that at every show, and I've said it for at least the last 5 years. No one's ever taken me up on it because there's not one.
Not Avon?
What about beauty control?
They have a quota.
Do they?
They have to sell a certain amount. I think it's $400, and I know Mary Kay is structured that way. It has to be $400 order to get your 50%, and you have to do $400 every so often to stay active. We don't have that. We don't have that at all. I sell 1 watch, I make 50%. I sell 20 watches, make 50%. If I am on bed rest, which has happened to me twice, and I can't go do shows, I can still make 50%. I have sold jewelry out of my bed on the phone. My Premier Jewelry mom came over and did a show for me while I laid on the couch because she knew I had developed a downline, and I was going to miss out on a big check if I did not do some orders. The only way we have a quota is a biblical one. Premier is biblically based, and they don't want me to earn money on your effort, and I'm not working. So I have to at least do 1 or 2 shows a month or sell 1 or 2 watches. Well, I have to be like 2. I have to get $300 at half price submitted to the company in whatever way I want to. Home show, an individual order. I have called my mom and said, want to buy a watch? I've called my brother and said her earrings are on sale because his wife has a long list of earrings that she loves. If I needed help with that. Mostly I can do it in 1 to 2 shows a month. That's 2 days of working. And last month's commission check, that's for my team. I get paid 10%, 3 levels deep. I can personally sponsor as many first levels as I want, call them children. And they can have as many children as they want, grandchildren. And then they can have as many children as they want, grandchildren. So I have a child, a grandchild, and a great-grandchild in Premier. And I have about 30 in my whole organization. That's quite small.
Did they always have it like that?
From day one, it's been like that. But my commission check last month, I usually don't talk a lot about that, but for her benefit, I want her to understand it, was $1,200. That's my son's school tuition, $1,200. That is a huge blessing because we just moved to Spring Hill. I'm not making $1,200 in show money, which is only about 5 or 6 shows, and I could do that, but I know no one there. I made about $500 last month, but my team helped send my son to school. It's not fair if I don't at least try to work my own business and they are benefiting me in such a way. So that's just biblical. We have nothing for nothing. So, but I have 10% commission, 3 levels deep. That's huge. Most companies go 12%, 7%, 0.5%. My 3rd level is my biggest level because it's just like grandchildren. You're going to have more great-grandchildren than you actually birth children, hopefully, unless you're a Duggar. But they...
We laughed on that one.
Yeah, I was like, oh, they got that. But that's 10% equally. And they do that for a number of reasons. It's because I'm encouraged to work and root for and, oh, it's okay. Nobody came to that show. It happens. And work with those people equally. And I have 3 ladies above me. I have a mom, a grandma, and a great-grandma. We call them grandmas. That's willing. I can call any one of them up. Say, hey, I can't get Vicky on the phone. Can you help me? Sure. Because they're paid equally. I'm not just that 3rd level that never gets talked to. So I, feel very fortunate to be in a company that really helps us all treat people equally. We all come in with the same bag. It is what, everybody has a different goal. My goal is to send my son to private school. So I'm going to flip. We're no longer doing letters, so points are over. I might award a few more. When you see whatever this is, I want you to shout out what's here. So you would say 50%, okay? And I'm going to read what that means. Okay, so let's start over. So it'll be more fun.
50%.
Y'all all need a point for that. Cute. The amount I get to keep from any sale. We already said that, right?
Today.
The day I get paid. I've gotten cash at jewelry shows that paid for diaper and formula on the way home and gas in the car. And I was so glad that somebody paid cash. We take credit card, cash, and check. But I get paid today. I don't have to submit the money to the company and wait for a monthly check from my jewelry sales. I do get a monthly check for my team sales. And Premier has never ever been late or not able to pay that company-wide. But I get paid today. And that's a huge blessing. If we break a bone tomorrow, I can pay for the bill just by going to do a few jewelry shows.
0.
The number of deliveries I have to make. Hallelujah. I don't have freight days. If you've ever been in another company, a lot of times you have freight days. All that stuff shows up and you have to separate it. I don't do that. Premier is a service-based company and they service us as well. They do all our sorting for us. All of my jewelry inventory is in Texas. They sort everything, they put it in a package for you, and they ship it to the hostess, and I never touch it. I do make deliveries sometimes if my hostess needs me to help, or if I'm trying to get to know the people in my area, I'll have it shipped to me, so I can go, hey, here's your jewelry, remember me? So that gives me an opportunity to give more service if I want to, but I don't run around town all day delivering jewelry.
0.
I sort of already answered this. The amount of inventory I have to keep on hand. This is all sample jewelry. Julia is going to purchase a kit that has about 30 pieces in it, and she's getting a huge discount. It's a $1,200 kit, and she's paying $475 for it. You can only do that once in your life as a jewelry lady, and it's when you start. And I did that when I came in. The kit was $1,200. It was $2,000 worth of jewelry. They lowered it and made it a little bit smaller because this is plenty to get started with. And she's going to earn free jewelry with her quick start and with little goals that she's doing, and she'll be able to add to her table. But I don't have to keep a certain amount. I do not have to purchase jewelry. I hardly ever purchase jewelry. There's only 2 times that I do, and that is in July and January, and that's when the new jewelry comes out, because I already paid 50% as the jewelry lady, but I get another 30% off of that when it comes out. I get really excited.
Do you sell your
Oh,
discontinued?
yes. And I usually sell it at half price, which is a phenomenal discount. Most of my jewelry I've worn once, if at all. I mean, I've got a lot of it. So I can sell a necklace that I maybe, paid $20 for $50 and get a new one. And I've increased, it's just, they do it so that we can continue to freshen up our table, and we're not putting profit into our table. We're putting profit into our family budget. Okay, next one.
0.
Our monthly quota. Explain that one.
$613.35.
Very good. I was writing that in a hurry. I'm like, kind of looks a little strange. It's a chalk because I do this every month. That's the amount of free jewelry I gave away last month.
Wow.
$565.
The profit from last month shows that's what went in my pocket after I sent Premier their 50%.
3.
The number of times I went to work to make that. 3 days work, $500 something.
19.
The amount of trips that I have won because of Premier, and that's 2 cruises, Disney, a million beach trips, and a trip to New Orleans one time. All right.
Countless.
The number of lifelong friends I've made in Premier Designs, and that includes people like Julia. I met her years ago as a hostess, and she just became a friend.
Priceless.
My why. My why is different from everybody else's. My why is my children. I have 3. Our oldest, Evan, is a special needs child. He has ADHD, impulse control, non-specified behavior disorder, which means he acts up and we don't know why. And he's a gifted learner. It's very difficult for teachers to teach him because he learns very quickly, and he gets frustrated, and then he has a meltdown because he has to wait for them to give him more material. We found out about a school through Premier for special needs kids, and it has been a game changer, a life changer. We have 2 other kids that were really getting the short end of the stick. They had become conditioned to run and to hide and to just kind of have to be put aside because so much time and energy was going to Evan. Premier has paid for counseling. Premier has paid for prescriptions. Premier has paid for the school. And so my why is the special needs community, really. And I have found a lot of women who come into Premier just to pay for the needs that their kids have. Some of them are braces. Some of them is a trip to Italy. Some of them have nothing to do with kids, and they want to have a second honeymoon, But whatever the reason is, Premier allows me to do it. So this is just a little thing that says we are Premier. It's a little information. If you want to take one of these home, we have a ton of them. And it's just information. It does not come with duct tape or any credit cards or checkbooks. Just information. At the beginning of the show, I asked you to be Julia's eyes and ears. There are people that need Premier. I need Premier. We would not be able to afford that school without it. My husband is a pharmacist, but that gets stretched really thin on 5 people and 2 cars and house and dogs and special needs. So I have to work, and thankfully I don't have to work outside the house. There are people that are looking for this. So if you hear people say stuff like, I really hate my job, or I need X amount of money and I don't know how I'm going to get it, maybe I'm going to have to go work at Kohl's. Send them her way, because even if it's short term, we can help them reach that goal a lot faster than if they went and spent 4 hours at Kohl's. Okay, so those are just a few of the things I like. The lucky girl is who has the most points.
I have 9. The
You
number
have
of
9.
That's. You're supposed to write your points.
I did have 1 point, didn't I?
You had 1 because you came, and then 1 because you've never been. Mm-hmm. I don't remember the rest.
Usually, now this is for your benefit, usually I only give 1 prize, but this is a training show and y'all are here to help support. So who had the next amount of points?
I had 4.
Okay, here you go.
6.
That's the shine necklace, one of my absolute favorite. So you weren't, well, you volunteered, so I'm gonna do that. And you were the, you came,
Oh, thanks.
who was first? Wasn't you?
Gina was first.
Gina was first. Well, she already got a prize. Well, that is it.
Pretty.
I'm gonna help you during shop time. Julia's gonna help you during shop time. Now you can, that's a clip it. Oh, you gotta bring it. Touch, play, pick up. This is not a perfect display. It's not meant to be. It's meant to be touched. If you want to wear or try something I have on, just say, give me that necklace. She only has 4 rings right now. That's what's going to come in her kit to begin with. But that made my OCD go a little crazy when I first came in. So my goal was to fill that ring tray up. So I worked really hard to get the free jewelry. So now I've got the big case. And I only bring this. I take it to all my shows, but I only bring it to new jewelers because I have a lot of the rings, and most of my sizes are 8, 9, or a few 7s. I do have 1 6, but I have a ring sizer. So y'all can look at the rings. And then I'm going to move the office to the table over there. So if you want to check out, just bring me your order form and we'll do that. If you want to use your order form as a wish list, and you want to write down stuff that you want to get either at future parties or as a hostess or the next time she has a show, write them down as you're shopping, but let's circle what you want to get tonight. And then you can take a copy with you and you'll know what you need to get next. Any questions? Oh, I also brought bracelets for besties. And I only do these for training shows too. So everybody, see y'all feeling all bad, you didn't get anything. Everybody gets to pick one because you came to a training show, and that is a great way to show support. So that's just a little. Now stop.
I have some sweet friends.
You have some
Thank
sweet
you, Emily.
friends.